This is TWiT.
And then we get to the hilarious nature, the ironic, hypocritical nature of a company putting crapware into a product that's so bad that Microsoft, which I'm not saying invented crapware, but they might have perfected it, actually complained to them and said, maybe you need to stop doing this.
Steve Gibson says this was the most emailed topic of the week for him. Yeah.
So I haven't written a story about this, and I didn't find a link to this. But by the way, HP, which does this kind of thing a lot as well, has pop-up Bing ads on some of their laptops. And so somebody asked Microsoft, you going to ask them about that too? And they were like, no, we're not. So that one's okay. But
here's the needle.
Pretty bad. So you're talking, you should explain. This is the LG monitors, computer monitors that install crap on your PC.
Yes.
The monitor doesn't install it. Technically.
Sorry?
Windows installs it.
Yeah, they're using Windows Update.
Well,
and they're telling Windows Update, we have a device driver that we would like you to install, but it's more than a device driver, right? Is that right?
It's something like that. There's some, it may not technically be Windows Update, but when you plug in a device, Windows looks at the hardware ID and the device metadata, goes online to Microsoft, and then it sees information from the manufacturer, and it says, download this driver, download this software. So I see this happen across a variety of devices like Razer, mice, and keyboards. You plug it in, it launches an app. How did it do that? Because like the manufacturer says, when you connect this thing, download and launch this supporting program.
Is that plug and play? Is that what we used to call plug and play?
So the plug and play bit is you get a class driver that's just generic and should work. So if it's the mouse, you can move the mouse cursor around, whatever. And then like what he's saying is, depending on the hardware, it can then actually install whatever it is, the utility, a better driver, et cetera, et cetera. So those things used to always come from the manufacturer, but now they can opt in and actually have that funnel through Windows Update.
See, this has always bugged me. I get a Logitech mouse and it wants me to install 400 megabytes of crap that you don't need because the mouse works without it. Everybody does this, and you know why they do it. They're putting telemetry on your machine.
They're adding value, Leo. I don't know what you just said, but
so LG monitors, but what were they installing? It was supposedly an LG monitor control utility, but what was it really? Was it ads?
Well, it was well, if you look at the statement, it was just an LG monitor control utility. They were not installing McAfee antivirus. However, the LG monitor control utility had a pop-up for McAfee antivirus, which is
it had an ad in it.
And it had an ad, but as LG said in a statement, that's totally above board, and they're using a normal Microsoft process. Now, once big names started noticing, then there were tweets, and then Microsoft got involved and asked LG to stop. But this is fascinating for so many reasons. First of all, it doesn't appear to be that LG broke any rules. Like Microsoft didn't say LG broke a rule in terms of how it should handle this type of thing. We're really threading the needle too here because you mentioned the HP Bing ad thing. Like, okay, but computers come with a lot of bloatware on them, and manufacturers can put as much ads as they want in there. That's fine. And Microsoft can update Windows and put a bunch of Bing and Edge ads in, and that's fine. But in this case, what really is just apparently too much is if you plug in a device and then it downloads an app, and that app has an ad, that's bad because that app is like automatically installed by Windows. We're really threading a really careful needle here. And the other funny thing is this is a monitor. Like a lot of smart TVs and smart displays and even monitors have built-in firmware that has software. So if LG had released a firmware update for its monitors that had a McAfee antivirus on the display firmware level, they could have got away with that too. But the one thing that they cannot do, apparently, without getting in trouble is, releasing this through the Windows auto install system, which is very weird. But it's good that people push back. But the whole ecosystem is kind of a mess.
Yep. So by the way, the behavior of malware. One thing, very reminiscent of that Sony rootkit thing from probably 20 years ago. I'll just say, just anecdotally, right? Microsoft does this all the time, which is what the irony part is, or hypocrisy, whatever. Just before we started this show, I had to reassemble this set up in this new location, whatever. And I was trying to think, like on this laptop, I used this last week, and I like to use a different web browser for the video stream that we're doing, and then my own web browser for the articles that I look at. But I couldn't remember what I used last week. So I launched Edge, which launched in this full screen experience. It's like, hey, would you like to change your settings back to Bing and blah, 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 and all this stuff? And it's like, no, I explicitly changed that. What are you bugging me about? But it does that all the time. So this is like, Microsoft.
Would you like fries with that, Paul?
Yeah, exactly. Except what they're asking me is, would you like a loan in your car when you're going through the drive-thru for a hamburger? It's like, what? It doesn't have anything to do with anything.
Right.
And
it's not even related.
This is Microsoft, pot calling the kettle black. I mean, Microsoft is...
There's we were talking about this on Sunday. Devendra Hardawar said, yeah, when I worked for CBS and they had downloads.com, they used to... Right? They started doing this when CBS bought it. They said, oh, look, we can make some money. We're going to install crap. And Devendra said, what are you doing? They ruined the user experience.
I mean, developers
wait a minute. Maybe it was, I can't remember. It might have been Jason Snell. Anyway, it was somebody. But this is a long-standing tradition in computing.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, this is,
it's not good. And I think LG got the idea from its TVs because...
Right.
My standing advice to people is do not connect your smart TV to the internet because you will be sorry. It's going to send pictures of you every 30 seconds of what you're watching.
My Samsung, it bugs me all the time. Like, you should sign in. Let's get this thing going.
You need to know who you. Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm just trying to watch TV here.
So it's the LG TVs guys said, hey, this would be good. We could do this on the monitors too.
Well, the funny thing is they would have basically gotten away with it. If it was just adware that comes, a program that comes pre-installed on computers, or was an optional install, if it was just bloatware, they would have got away with it. If I'm working at LG, I'm working on this team, it's like, well, of course we can add an app to our an ad to our app. What's the issue?
HP
the only issue was that it was automatically installed, but I was also thinking about the Sony rootkit thing. It's actually crazy. Like, it was crazy that you could plug in an audio plug-in, insert an audio CD, and you would get a rootkit.
And get a rootkit on your computer.
Without it asking, Windows just said, whatever you want, CD, absolutely. And it's crazy that if you plug in a monitor, Windows will just download whatever the manufacturer wants. It could pop up and say, hey, LG recommends this application.
I feel like part of the contract there is that if it is going through Windows Update, let's say, I appreciate that Microsoft wants to centralize the stuff, but there's a promise there about the quality of those updates and that it's not going to be used as a vector for malware. That's one of the reasons you would go through Windows Update, right? So they'd either LG was very sneaky about this, or Microsoft literally is just not paying attention. It could be both. I don't know.
Incidentally, let me point out, you're still talking about the Sony rootkit 21 years later. Huge
it's the canonical example of this, right?
And that was the same thing.
That was
Microsoft
Image, by the way, is the one who found
this damages your reputation. This is a very stupid thing to do. No, people aren't going to forget that LG did this. Right? Or no?
Yep. Yeah, no, you're right.
I mean, you wrote a whole book on how to de-and-shitify Windows. Now,
I know.
Without LG and people like that and HP doing these things, you wouldn't have a book.
De-and-shitifying Windows is like the TSA. You're always fighting the last battle, because these losers always find some other new way to do something wrong, Yeah.
Oh, well.
That's a big problem.
I'm glad Microsoft put its foot down, but you make an excellent point, Chris. It's a little hypocritical since... How's this different from what?
It's not a little hypocritical.
There was a PR crisis, but again, Microsoft did not say LG violated a rule. Is this allowed? Could LG have said no? We're doing it.
Delivering an ad though through Windows Update. That's what happened. If that's not somehow a rule, it is today. I'm sure they changed the rules. That's crazy.
The actual LG display app, whatever it's called, is updated through the Windows Store. So they updated their Windows Store app with an ad. That, in theory, is above board, right?
Another place Microsoft supposedly has oversight.
Well,
I will. In your defense, Chris, I will say you are not advocating this. You're just pointing out there is a certain amount of hypocrisy here.
Right. I mean, it's like at what level is they didn't just upload an ad to Windows Update. They're just there's this kind of cascading failure. So, for example, not to drag Razer through the mud, but I found an interesting story when I was researching this. A few years ago, Razer had basically a security vulnerability in their installer. You would plug in a Razer mouse, the installer would open up, and then you could get to an administrator like command prompt from that installer. So it had a privilege escalation vulnerability, and they patched it. But like that's the kind of thing that this creates. Like, what kind of hardware devices are out there that you plug into a Windows computer and now you have administrator access? Like, have we audited all these every mouse and keyboard and display and peripheral in the ecosystem? Like, if you say this is too much, I don't like it. From what I looked at, you have to have a group policy setting to turn this off. So unless you can find some registry setting somewhere, you have to upgrade to Windows Professional and enable a group policy setting to say, like, just don't let manufacturers install stuff on my computer when I plug in devices. And that's crazy. And this is like why people complain about Windows, right? Like, if I'm using Linux, if I'm using a Mac, I can plug in a display and the manufacturer does not get a say that we're downloading an app right now. That's just how it is.
There is no plug and play at all on those devices.
Right. It just doesn't work. No.
Right. It's on you if you want a driver, to go out and get it. Yeah. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this little highlight from a much better show and longer too, called Windows Weekly. The whole link to the show is right below me. And of course, we stream live right here every Wednesday. You can watch us do our thing or download it here or in your favorite podcast player. Best thing to do? What do they say? Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.